Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis and Arundel County and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Well, good morning. It's Wednesday, September 28th, 2022. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. How can it be nearly October already? Don't get me wrong, I'm digging it. I'm digging the shorter days, I'm digging the cooler weather, but man, this summer went fast. Anyhow, we do have some news to get to, so let's get into it, shall we? The Maryland State Police have arrested a D.C. man in connection with a shooting in West Annapolis. Just before 3 a.m. yesterday morning, a 40-year-old D.C. man called police to the intersection of Monterey and Annapolis Street, claiming that he had been chased. Police did observe a bullet hole in the windshield, but determined that it came from within the car. In a search of the area, they found a handgun, and in a search of the car, they found shell casings that matched the handgun, and also some drugs. There have been no victims identified at this point, so it's sort of a little bit of a strange situation. The man was arrested. He's being held at the Jennifer Road Detention Facility. Just a quick update on the Toebbes. They are the Hillsmere couple and not very good spies that were charged with trying to sell nuclear submarine secrets to a foreign nation. Last month, they pleaded guilty and were looking at 12 to 17 years in federal prison, but the judge said that was, quote, strikingly deficient in terms of a plea bargain. Well, when the agreement was bounced, they did withdraw their guilty plea, and now they have repleaded guilty and are looking at a fine of $100,000 and up to life in prison. Prosecutors have asked for a sentence for the wife to be on the lower end of the scale. And if this agreement is rejected by the judge, they can once again withdraw their guilty plea. And, as I think about this, I wonder if this case could not be a precedent for potential charges against former President Trump. Who knows? We'll see. Hey, congrats to Faith Karanja of Broadneck High, Caleb O. of South River, Aaliyah Dinmore of Arundel, and Rachel Muhammad and Christine Wang, both of Crofton, for nailing a semi-finalist position for the National Merit Scholarship. Now they compete for the final based on academic records, principal references, SAT scores, school leadership, and community activities. What's all at stake here? $28 million worth of scholarship money, so go get it, guys. The weather looks pretty good all the rest of this week. The weekend looks a little bit iffy, but you can help alleviate food insecurity in Anne Arundel County on Thursday evening and have a blast while doing it. The Anne Arundel County Food Bank is hosting their Cruising Out Hunger fundraiser on the Harbor Queen. Always a fun time on the Harbor Queen. Your ticket helps put food on the table of some of our neighbors, and you will have a live band to dance the night away. You'll have amazing nosh from Monica at Bread and Butter Kitchen. There will be a cash bar on this 90-minute sunset cruise that departs at 6 p.m. Boarding is at 5:30. And with a 6 p.m. departure, the Queen will be back by 7:30 p.m., so bring the kids, even though it is a school night. Tickets are only $40 and $20 for kids. The under 2 crowd goes for free. All of the details and tickets at aafoodbank.org. All aboard? Okay, that is a wrap on the news. Pod news up this weekend on the local business spotlight. Jefferson, or Jeff Holland. You may know him from the Capitol and his reviews of parks all over the county, actually all over the state. But he wears many hats, and we did cover a whole lot of ground sitting outside of Davis's one day last week. The week after that, you can expect to hear from Commissel Spitfire Brown, one of the artists on that new mural in downtown Annapolis. And we did also drop that boat show podcast yesterday afternoon, and it was a bit different of a sound for me, and it was challenging to get all together, and I think it really came out pretty well. Give it a listen. And to the guys that did the tagging yesterday for the Mother's gift cards, I'll be in touch this morning. Yesterday just got a little bit away from me. All right, let's put this puppy to bed with a quick thank you to you, and also to our sponsors for the Daily News Brief, Solar Energy Services, the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster Company, and Scout and Molly's. So now you need to hang tight. George Young from DC MDVA Weather is standing by with your locally forecast weather report. And of course, we have Bridget, also known as BeeprBuzz, with the only real scoop on the music news in Annapolis After Dark, except no substitutes. All that in just a bit. So Hang tight.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company.
One of the most common questions we get, how do I maximize the value of my home before I sell it? It's a great question. We look at improvements like investments. What is the rate of return? For example, if we invest $5,000 in painting kitchen cabinets and installing granite, how much more will our home sell for? The answer? About $25,000 more. That's a 500% return on investment. Because of returns like this, we have started a program called Investing in You. We know cash is often tight when you're making a move, and we are here to help. We will front you up to $15,000 to invest in refreshing your home before you list it, with the agreement to be paid back once your home settles. Call us today so we can help you maximize your home's value.
That's another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt. To get in touch, call 410-599-1370 or visit kn-team.com. That's kn-team.com.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Wednesday, September 28th. Yesterday brought amazing weather to the Annapolis region, and today through Friday will be great as well, though cooler, ahead of some potential rain this weekend. Look for sunshine each day today through Friday, with highs each day in the upper 60s to lower 70s, ahead of clouds and 70 degrees or so on Saturday, with some rain still possible, though it may hold off much, if not all of Saturday, before slowly moving northward after impacting regions of the west coast of Florida in a potentially very big way over the next 48 to 60 hours, especially the Tampa-St. Pete area, before dropping a lot of rain in the southeastern U.S. Friday through Sunday. So stay tuned for updates on that storm and how it may impact the Annapolis region this weekend, but be sure to get out and about as much as possible the next few days while the skies remain sunny. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there. Stay healthy and be safe, and be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day, along with our website at dcmdvaweather.info, and definitely be sure to download our DCMDVA Weather app on all of your devices from either the Apple or Google App Stores, so you can always stay weather informed.
Ready for a new look for those end-of-summer parties? Come see us at Scout and Molly's. I'm Betsy Abraham. My mom and I own and operate this great little boutique at the Annapolis Town Center. After spending the last 2 years shopping online, come enjoy a fun, in-person shopping experience with a bonus, real customer service. We'd love to help you pick out the perfect outfit for back-to-school Annapolis boat shows and nights out with your friends. Scout and Molly's, Annapolis Town Center. Thanks for shopping local.
The music scene in Anne Arundel County is popping, and sometimes it's hard to sort through it all. From blues to pop, from funk to ska, BeeprBuzz has it all covered for you in this week's Annapolis After Dark.
Good morning, Annapolis. BeeprBuzz here with your Annapolis After Dark weekend music highlights for Wednesday, September 28th through Sunday, October 2nd. Go to the socials for Annapolis Streaming and BeeprBuzz, and also both websites for the full schedule. We update the event and all websites with changes and cancellations so you know before you go. AnnapolisStreaming.com and BeeprBuzz.com. September sure went by quickly with festivals every weekend. I'm already starting the schedule for Halloween, and that will be posted on the BeeprBuzz website just like last year. And I may have another costume contest like last year too. I bounced around to the different Halloween parties, and people want a gift certificate at each of my stops. Watch my socials for more on that. Live music for today, Wednesday. Hippie Happy Hour is back at 49 West with Dave Chappelle and friends. This week's guest is Pete Ragusa, Dean Rosenthal, Jimmy Jacobs, and more. Peter James will be at Pirates Cove down in Galesville. Dana Denise, a club favorite, will be at Eastport Democratic Club, known as the EDC, but you must be a member or signed in by a member to attend. Daphne Ekman will be at Reynolds Tavern. Ryan Keith will be at Stan & Joe's. Thursday, Get to the Point for Brian Ewald. Burgers and Bands for Suicide Prevention is back, but this time it will be at the Annapolis Town Center after work. Music will be by Honey Soul. Nate Finn will be at Gary's Grill Solo. If you're on the Eastern Shore, last chance to catch one of my favorites, Jay Corsi Willis at Big Al Tiki Bar. This is the last Thursday for music there for the season. Chris Button will be at Senior Chili in Edgewater. The Dueling Pianos return to Sullivan's Cove in Severna Park Thursday night. Brant Austin Dunn will be at Reynolds Tavern. Jason and Matt from Troll Tribe will be on the rooftop at Metropolitan. And Thursday is also the last night for September Sunset Concerts by Annapolis Maritime Museum over at the park campus location at Ellen Moyer Back Creek Park. This week the music will be Loose Ties and the food truck will be Chevy's. Weekend music. Friday night is gonna be lit in DTA. Start with happy hour at Blackwall Hitch with Dana B and stay for Wheelhouse Rock Band. They absolutely brought it to the Maryland Seafood Festival over the weekend. This will be a fun one you will not want to miss. The Grilled Lincolns are at Annapolis Smokehouse. Nate Finn and Jack Schenk are back at Annapolis Market House. Dan Healy will be at Reynolds Tavern. 2 floors of free music at Middleton Tavern with Moran Tripp Band downstairs and Donald Wolcott upstairs in the piano bar. The Music Room with Scott Himes and Scott Voorhees will be at Rams Head Roadhouse. Meerkat Nation will be rocking Crofton Cantina in Gambrills. Red Buddy and the Ruckus will be at Romulo's in Severna Park. Saturday, day 1 of the Annapolis Baygrass Music Festival at Sandy Point. Locals Moose Jaw Bluegrass and Wicked Sycamore will be performing on Saturday along with some big names. The annual Fall Fest returns to EDC Saturday for members and guests of members. Music will be by Tambo Band and Solid Sender Trio. Up in Severna Park at Severna Park Tap House, their fall concert series continues with George Evans and Tom Scott. At Old Stein Inn in Edgewater, Sylvia will be strolling on the accordion. Nate Finn Trio will be making their debut at the Hideaway, which is somewhere in Odenton. Catch Ben Heemstraw at Smashing Grapes in Annapolis Saturday night. The National Bohemians will be rocking Dark Horse. 2 floors of free music at Middleton Tavern with Michael McHenry Tribe downstairs and Alex Cooper upstairs in the piano bar. If you missed Moran Tripp Band, catch them again Saturday night at Stan and Joe's. Sunday Fun Day and day 2 of the Annapolis Baygrass Music Festival at Sandy Point. This day has local favorites Chris Jacobs and the Dirty Grass Players on schedule. Lots of big names you will not want to miss the opportunity to see. Start with brunch with Ryan DeLuca of Moondog at the Graduate Hotel in the Trophy Room. First Sunday returns to downtown Annapolis this Sunday with music by Honey Soul, Naptown Funk, and more. After that, hang out for Brendan Lane at Stan and Joe's, Brant Austin Dunn in Market Space, or Kieran Quinn at Galway Bay. You can also catch Mike Miller at Senior Chili in Arnold. These are just the highlights. Find the full schedule of music for Annapolis and surrounding areas on the websites AnnapolisStreaming.com and BeeprBuzz.com, spelled BeeprBuzz. Add the websites to the homepage to make them an app. 2 clicks to the music anytime. I'll see you out there.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. With all the talk of energy resilience in the news recently, I'm surprised there's not more talk about solar plus batteries, especially since 1/3 of all of our new residential solar projects include a battery backup system that provides instant energy security and peace of mind. And with incentives in place for battery backup, this investment is now more affordable than ever. With financing rates as low as 0.99% and plans offering 18 months same as cash, it's now easier than ever to go solar with no money down. Financing creates an easy bill swap scenario where you replace your electric bill with a loan payment, allowing you to build equity in your own personal energy supply. Don't wait for your next power outage to act. Contact us today at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net to learn more about solar with battery backup. Don't wait another minute. Sunshine's a wasted.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.